Hello and welcome back to Warframe. Last time we started the Whispers in the Walls quest line. Ended up helping Loid figure out a dream he had, which turns out to be a command precept put in by Albrecht Entrati. We met his second in command, also Loid, the actual person. We got on the internet and got teleported to this man dressed up like Excalibur fighting weird robots, like early infested, on a train. I wonder if this is the guy from Dark Sector, if they're just gonna straight up make that connection, or if they're gonna be like, nah, we're not ready to do that just yet. Because this all screams Technosite. Which is from Dark Sector, yeah. Not Dark Void, that's a different game.
Wait. Feels like this. Someone in my head.
I feel like I don't need to explore, but I also kind of want to explore. Because the fact that I'm stuck kind of like walking, this is all meant to be like more or less just cinematic.
Nearly done with this bitch of a year. I wish we could just start over. Find that Dr. Entrati bastard on day one. Then I wouldn't be alone on New Year's Eve.
Oh, out of ammo.
They found me. Keep going, Arthur. Find Dr. Entrati. Follow him into hell if you have to.
Midnight, folks! Is your PC ready for the new millennium? Or are you one of the switch-on takers who can tell this so-called Y2K event is just a bunch of bullpucky? Stay tuned! Here's where we find out.
Man, it's nice when I can just do that and not have to fight anything. I also noticed some of these guys are essentially ancients reskinned, and then the rest are like chargers or leapers.
So, Albrecht made it to 1999 in one piece. But that thing is still on his heels. Albrecht rarely smiled after his return from the void. And never like that. I smashed the casket for nothing! It followed him anyway!
You know, before we do that, I'm going to switch just for thematics. We're going to go... should we go normal Umbra or... Yeah, that's all we have, just... We'll go proper with the proto. We'll leave the rest of the stuff even though it doesn't really... And nah, we'll get rid of it. Gotta do it for the style. I'm keeping the gold though, because that looks dope as hell.
Silence, creatures! It seems the murmur overloaded your connection. Unfortunately for Albrecht's cherished POM 2, not as future-proof as the label claimed. Alas. The murmur. They're attacking the sensory network I installed. Our eyes and ears. To arms, Tenno! Play the warrior, and leave the tactics to me. Construct, I'm awake. Your one responsibility is fulfilled. Be with the family. They must be kept in the state of ignorance to which my Albrecht so wisely consigned them.
But Yes, I see. Until we meet again, Tenno.
Oh, I gotta equip the book. Alright, where's the Grimmy? Can I upgrade it? Alright, let's make this baller as can be. Alright. Forgot galvanized diffusion, same thing. Then we need... We'll do wimpy versions of these for the moment. That's pretty solid. Nothing like going from 100 to 4,000 damage.
Crawl away in shame too if I'd done what Loid did. Doesn't that grimoire feel a little... light?
The murmur presumes to destroy our auditory and visual senses. In all the time I have been asleep, they have never once been so bold.
Hear it? Shargun.
Ignore the caveat, Tenno. If Albrecht ever understood their babble, he never bothered to share that knowledge with me.
Here they
come. After all those years of creepy, silent encroachment, something has changed them, stirred them up. The necromegs never could be compelled to attack the Mer. Albrecht suspected they could no longer distinguish between the indifferents and himself. A theory he was reluctant to confirm.
God, my radial javelin sucks. What did I build this into? I think this build is... Yeah, this is a duration exalted blade build. That explains everything. Oh, funny, Oracle, but it's A-U-R-I.
Shifting focus. Get to the victory. Look at them. The indifference. He could have given lessons in indifference.
Come! Come!
Albrecht once thought the Carvia should have been destroyed. Failures all. But he briefly showed reluctance. And I saw no reason to punish them for his negligence. I saw off Granum's thugs. I beat back the infested. And by the void I shall see the end of these monstrosities.
Ah, hell. They're just wailing on it.
System of sorts. Gather enough of the floating Vospine glyphs, and they should reinvigorate the organs you're here to protect. A fallback system, in case the promised operator never showed.
Man, thinking out loud, this is a job for, like, Chroma. So all you have to do is plop down the alt and let that just take care of guys for the most part. Or you play Vauban and just throw your 4 shrapnel mines there, and there. and just pincushion anybody who walks in the area.
Dust yourself down, then. We are still alive. Rejoin me, and the Kalimo sequence may proceed.
I feel sorry for that fish.
You're right, fish. Loid could never figure things out. We have nothing to worry about.
If
Oh, that's
Kavi
the
have
man
been
in the walls.
battling our secrets to the murmur, I shall immolate the lot of them. Promise or no promise? It seems Albrecht said more than we heard. Despite the signal becoming corrupted, his words to you are preserved in the transference buffer. We should extract them. But for that, the POM-2 requires a replacement board. And those are all hidden away in the Netracels. You do understand that accessing a Netracell without a key glyph is completely impossible? A key glyph. So, the Kavia have provided the very item we require. Very well. Proceed to the Netracell at your own risk, Tenno. That babbling oddity may be sending you into a trap, and if you do end up in one, I'm afraid you are on your own. Glyphs are a heavy burden for living beings to bear. Each type will impede you in its own way.
I'm not scared. I'll just hit him with the Grimmy. Oh, you can destroy those before they trigger. That's interesting. gotta say, it's easier just to shotgun everything than it is to use the book. Stuff like that's always amusing in any story where it's like, oh, we have this special, mystical, or advanced technology, and it's just like, nah. Gun. Convoluted solution to a problem? Nah. Shotgun. But I guess it makes sense because the Grimoire has infinite ammo. So making its damage a bit lower and relying more on the alt fire makes sense. Not used to the man in the walls actually wearing, like, my character's outfit.
Look at these things lying around, abandoned. Like you, Loid.
You are his demon, not mine. I won't listen. My apologies, Tenno. I shall refrain from further outbursts.
Okay, I guess we're just still moving. I guess this must be the pinpoint location deal. Strange. Wasn't expecting just a hole. Oh. I'm too accustomed to expecting some interesting reward or whatever for exploring these little areas. I had to look. I guess there's also mods you can put into the grimoire, but a lot of them are kinda iffy. It's relying on killing targets, which if at level 40 this thing's already struggling, it does kind of put a damper on when you're going to use it. I think one of the abilities that's actually useful, or one of the mods, I think gives like energy on kill. It's definitely a caster focused item. But who knows, if the devs actually support this weapon, and maybe give us a couple optional grimoires, it could be very viable and quite fun. But if it's gonna be something where this is the only one, I can definitely see this kind of being one of those one and done deals.
A netrocell. Albrecht has stored all manner of sentimental old junk in these. Insert the key clip. The netrocell's security apparatus is diligent. That door won't open while it can sense the murmur nearby. So eliminate them.
But I will admit that is kind of the problem.
Automated system that trying to lock down the netrocell. Your only option is to destroy them.
It's the problem of this game is systems get added and then they're just kind of abandoned, which I think is kind of the big damning issue this game suffers from, is just like Arcwing. Yeah, it got supported indirectly through Railjack, but genuine new Arcwing missions don't exist. We don't even get new Arcwings. It's just kind of a system that's by and large abandoned. Kubros and Cavats got reworked, but that's as far as they went with those.
Cold stone. Sardonic aloofness. I was a fool not to see the resemblance before.
But to be fair, a lot of games do suffer from that issue. Just kind of abandoning concepts or abandoning things. And to a degree I understand, sometimes it's a matter of the subject matter or the subject in question wasn't successful. You know, if you add, you know, well, let's take Arcwing. Maybe it didn't make a lot of money. So, why support it? Why put more into a failed aspect when you can just abandon it and hope for the best next time? You can make the argument, well, they kind of owe the people who paid a bunch of money for it, but it's up in the air, really. Oh.
You should have left well enough alone, kiddo. It'll never get better if you keep on picking at it.
Yeah, we're going... Oh, we're just taking the board. Thought we were going back into the internet.
Excellent. Return to me with the board, Tenno.
I don't think we get the AK, which is a bit of a bummer. But I also missed the other skins there were, because there was like a double barrel shotgun. There was like a... almost like a OTS Caparis SMG skin or machine pistol skin. I wish I'd gotten them, but I just was not vibing with the game at that time. Which is a shame, because it would have been cool to do a full, proper, like, dark sector build. Stepping into a mouth will never not be weird.
Thank you. A moment, please. Would you do the honors?
You know what, I'm gonna call it here because there might be a chance I get sucked into the internet again. So, that is all for now. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to hit the like button, it helps out the channel a lot, and if you haven't already, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.